Foster's Quarantine Corner.
Good morning, Thorpe Cardinals. Today is Monday, April 20th. Welcome to another episode of Mr. Foster's Quarantine Corner. Just a reminder that starting on Wednesday, you'll be able to pick up 7 breakfasts and lunches for each child in your family because food service is switching to 1 time a week. Pickup sites and times will remain the same. On behalf of all the kids at Thorpe, I would really like to thank Mrs. Sherry Jocks for raising over $3,000 in dairy products to be donated to our lunch and breakfast programs. Thank you so much, Mrs. Jocks. What you're doing is a great example for all of us, and thanks to all of you who've donated to this. We truly live in a very special community. All right, the joke of the day comes from Daniel M. in 7th grade. Daniel always comes up with great jokes, and today he asks, what do you get when you cross a pig and a centipede? Bacon and legs. Good one, Daniel. That was a real knee slapper. All right, the fun fact of the day comes from Mrs. Tishnick. In 1949, in the midst of the polio epidemic, a disease that placed tens of thousands of children inside iron lungs and many thousands more around the country quarantined at home, a young San Diego school teacher named Eleanor Abbott invented Candyland, one of the most popular board games in history. Abbott created the game inside a polio ward as a patient herself, with the hope of giving the immobilized children around her a momentary sense of freedom and joy. As a way of further connecting with the kids, Abbott featured on the game board an illustration of a boy with a leg brace. Milton Bradley was quick to purchase the game from Abbott, and to this day, Candyland continues to be popular more than 70 years after the disease was eradicated. Of course, so many of us played this game as kids, but this backstory truly is fascinating. Who knows? I'm curious to see what sort of things will be invented during this pandemic. Thank you so much, Mrs. Tishnick. All right, and now I'd like to introduce a new segment to the show. It's called Adventures in Quarantine, where we highlight things that all of you are learning or practicing or hobbies that you're getting into for the first time because you get to stay at home in quarantine. All right, so today we are featuring Michael S. in 6th grade. He's been driving a front end loader like a boss. Check it out. Way to go, Michael, and good job helping out. Don't forget to send us pictures or videos of cool things that you've done or interesting things that you've learned since you've been in quarantine. That way we can put it on the show. For today's episode, Mrs. Thidemann is going to teach all of us how to make cotton ball launchers.
Hi Thorpe Cardinals, it's Mrs. Thidemann. I'm the Makerspace Coordinator for Thorpe Schools, and so I thought we'd do a little Makerspace activity today and make a cotton ball launcher. So here's what you're going to need. You need a short pencil, 2 thin rubber bands, 2 toilet paper rolls, some duct tape, some scissors, a hole punch, and some cotton balls, although I found that the ping pong ball works better. So this is what we're going to do. Because I know we all have a lot of toilet paper rolls sitting around. You're going to cut this in half, or cut a slit all the way across like this. Then you're going to roll it into a smaller tube, like this. Then Then you're going to duct tape that so that it doesn't come unrolled. Okay, so this is your little roll here. Then you're going to take a hole punch and you're going to punch a hole a little bit of ways from the end of it, like right about here. See that? And then the opposite side, you're going to do it again. So you're kind of making a hole all the way through. You try to line it up the best you can. See? So you can see there's 2 holes there. Then you're going to take your short pencil and you're going to put it through the holes. Sometimes you kind of have to work it through because you rolled up your toilet paper roll tight. All right. So we're going to set that to the side. Then you're going to take your other toilet paper roll and you're going to cut 2 slits a little bit of ways apart, like this. See how I did that? And you're going to do it on the opposite side as well. Same side of the tube, just opposite of the other 2 slits here. So like this. See, I got these 2 here. All right. So you're going to take your rubber bands and you're going to put them over those slits like this and like this. Okay, so it looks like this. Then you're going to take little pieces of duct tape and just put them over the end so that the rubber bands can't come off. That's a little aggressive of a piece. You could use a smaller piece than that. All right. So it's going to look like this. Okay. Then you're going to put your tube, the other one that you made with the pencil, opposite of the rubber bands, and you're going to feed the rubber bands over the ends of the pencil like this. And you have just made your cotton ball launcher. So you could put, I don't have big cotton balls, I just have these little ones. So you could stuff them into the end here, pull back, and shoot. I used a ping pong ball, it worked better. I better not break my computer. So that's how you make your cotton ball or ping pong launcher. And if you want me to send you the actual instructions, I can do that. Have fun making makerspace things.
Thank you, Mrs. Thidemann. That was awesome. And I'm sure that you're every parent's favorite person in Thorpe right now. All right, Cardinals, that wraps it up for this episode of Mr. Foster's Quarantine Corner. Please remember, Cardinals, to stay safe, stay sanitized, and stay smart.
Mr. Foster's Quarantine Corner.